All right, and we're live. Just let me double check. Good. What is going on, guys? What a night, what a day for crypto. My name is MikeCesSr. I am a day trader in the cryptocurrency community, and we're back with another video for the night. And earlier this morning, we did a phenomenal live stream with Val Coins from Twitter, and we had discussed the possibilities of what could happen throughout the day with Bitcoin. And from what we had said then and what is happening now, we pretty much hit the nail right on the head. And we expected a drop out of that channel that we were trading in, and we got exactly that. We ended up dropping right outside of the channel, and right now I don't see any support. We will take a look at the chart in a minute. For right now, I just wanted to take a look at Crypto Slate. Our market cap is sitting at $327 billion, dropping almost $20 billion just within the last hour or two. Everything is in the red. As you guys know, when Bitcoin drops, the rest of the market drops. So there's nothing really to talk about as far as movers for right now. But what we do want to talk about is the profits we were able to make with this drop, and how we were able to set ourselves up in a position to be able to take these profits and bring them to the bank. So guys, let's get right to the chart, and we're going to take a look at the XBT USD chart, because when you are leverage trading or market, and earlier this morning when we did do the stream, I had said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight, but unless something crazy happens, I'll jump on. And we got a huge drop. We got about a $300 drop that we were able to take advantage of. And percentage-wise, we were able to, I'm not sure what Val did, but I'm assuming that she got into a short because we were pretty much on the same page with that. So we were kind of able to take advantage of a 5% drop. Now, when you're using leverage, I think overall we ended up closing a position about 281% from my initial entry. Now, I want to talk about BitMEX and XBT and leverage for a little bit. When you guys are entering a leverage or margin position, you never want to market order or market enter any position. That is in or out. You don't want to margin. I mean, you don't want to. Brandon, looking at the chart, something huge definitely happened. What a drop! Yeah, man. And again, this morning we, myself and Val, over on Twitter. Her name is Val Coins. If you guys do not know, go check out her Twitter. She's absolutely amazing. She provides great value, and she is a margin trader, and that's all she really does. And this morning we were taking a look at the chart, and we noticed that we were just seeing the small curvature down, and it looked like that 55 EMA, and expect a big move to either a break below this channel or a green candle to bring us back up into that channel. But I had said that I was leaning more towards a drop. And that's what happened. So guys, if we take a close look at the picture that I provided, we were looking at, now this is the 4-hour chart in XBT. We saw that we were literally leaning up against this support with a very tight squeeze in between the 15 and the 55 EMA. Now, we weren't able to get a close above. We tried to wick below, but it ended up jumping right back into that channel. Same goes with these other candles here, and eventually we ended up just splurging and just jumping right out of this support. So excellent call by Val, and in the channel, it played out perfectly. We did open a short position at 76.15, and I did actually close it right at 73.20, I believe, and took a 200% profit within the leverage position that I was holding. And I hope you all were able to do the same as well. But going back to leverage trading and margin trading, whether you're using Kraken, whether you're using now the new Huobi Huobi Pro now allows you to do margin trading, and BitMEX and JFX, whatever you're shorting in. It's very important, guys, that you guys do not market enter into a position, because what happens is if you market enter into a position, it automatically puts you in the red. It takes fees right off the top instead of taking fees out of your profit. So if you were to get into a position, let's just use this as an example here. And as we see now, we're actually getting a crossover on the 4-hour chart. 15 EMA is now crossing below and pointing on the downward side of that 55 EMA, which is a very, very bearish sign. And guys, like I said, I've been saying it for the last 3 days. My positivity to the upside definitely turned bearish when we just, on the 2-hour chart, we're not able to get a close and stay above this 200 EMA. Brandon, Val is such an asset to our community. So glad to have her helping us out. You're doing great too, Mike. You're getting better at this, the whole streaming thing. Thank you very much, Brandon. That means so much to me. You know that. I love the supporters. I love this community. And again, I say it over and over to the point where it's probably repetitive at this point, but I cannot thank you guys enough for joining and subscribing and even just watching my channel in a bear market. I mean, you know, I just can't imagine what it's going to be like when we're actually in a bull market. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. But I want to keep you guys informed on how to be able to make profits on both sides. I want my viewers, I want everybody within the community, I want my friends, everybody that's in our group, I want to make sure that their money is protected, their investments are protected, and for anybody that's new, I don't want them to lose money, because I had to learn the hard way a lot, and I didn't really have someone in the beginning to tell me or give me advice on when to get in or get out of positions. I really had to kind of figure out on my own and learn from my mistakes. So a great example is somebody within the Discord earlier was asking me, what's the difference between market entering or limit order entering a position in a margin or a short or a long position? And you know, I had simply just broke it down to him. So guys, let's get this straight really quick. If you're working with $500, okay, and you put $500 in your leverage trading account, you want it, now say we get that number $500. If you want to do a 10 times leverage, you want to put, Nick says, looking at, I'll read that 1 second. If you're looking to do a 10 times leverage and you're working with $500, you want to put 5,000 contracts in your order book. You don't want to do 500, because when you're doing a 10 times leverage, you're turning that $500 times 10. So, you know, you want to put a $5,000 entry as your position. And a lot of people get that mixed up. A lot of people actually put what they actually are working with in their portfolio dollar-wise up in the order book. But when you're margin trading and you're doing a leverage position, you're leveraging that money that you're using. So if it's a $200 entry and you have $200 in your account and you're doing a 10 times leverage, you want to put 1,000 contracts open on the books. So that way your leverage actually works and you're doing a leverage trade. Nick, what's up, my man? Good friend. Love Nick. Nick is awesome, man. Looking to enter long at 71.50. Do you see us dropping near there? I think that's a great idea, Nick. Honestly, I do. So I think we are going to get a little bit of a bounce at the 71.50. That is the. Now let's take a look at the day chart. Now, as we took a look at the day chart earlier, now this big wedge that we are trading in right now, that we have been trading in since I believe the first of the month. I'm sorry, the first month of the year. We are still trading within this pattern and in this channel. Now, I do believe that we are going to see a bounce. So entering a long position off of this bounce at 71.50 would definitely make a lot of sense. It's something that I would back, and I would definitely say that you would be probably okay doing that with a stop loss set very tight. Now, just remember that there is stop loss hunters out there. Don't go crazy with your leverage. Don't do 100 times leverage, because if you end up putting a long in at 71.50, your leverage on 100 time leverage will probably be somewhere in the area of where it could wick down to and then pull back. They will stop loss hunt you right out. Now, I want to go back to something, and this might take a second. Now, I want to show an example of what happened last time, but we were able to rally. So this is what ended up happening. We saw this bear flag, not really much of a bear flag, but very similar situation. But if you look at the 30-minute, if you go down to the 2-hour and lower time frames, it looks very similar to the bear flag, but it was a fake out and ended up coming in huge volume, and it shook all the stop loss. I mean, it shook all the shorts out. It was basically a short squeeze. So going long, as it touches the support, I can definitely see you capitalizing on some profits with your stop losses set very tight. Chill, man, it's time to short her. I won't this time. Yeah, Nick, stay away from that 100. I have a lot of I've made a lot of great relationships within this entire time trading in this community. Dynamic trading is a place where you guys can all come. It's a Discord that we set up, and you guys can all come and talk to us one-on-one. And if you guys have any questions about, and if you're new in the market and you want to know some information about anything, please jump in the Discord and talk to one of us and get some advice, because again, when I first started, I ended up losing a lot of money because I didn't have those type of resources. So when you have resources like that you're able to utilize, you have to take advantage of them, especially if you want to make this a job. If you want, it took a lot of decision for me to, I really had to think about making this a full-time job. And without the resources that I have right now, I think it would have been a totally different story, and I don't think I would have done it. I think I would have stuck to doing my other jobs at the time. And with these available resources, it makes it a lot easier to make money. Yeah, I pulled my short out before I passed out, unfortunately. See, Nick, that's unfortunate. And the tricky thing about the market is it never goes to sleep, and we do, right? So when we're sleeping, and it happens to me all the time, I'll pass out and I'll wake up and the market will take a $200 drop or a $200 spike to the upside. And unfortunately, it's really hard to time those things. It can happen at any given time of the day. Nick says, this community has helped me out tremendously. And dude, I can't agree with you more. Having a community that you can go to with no drama, with no, strictly just trading advice is so key. And that's what we want to try to provide. We want to provide an area that you guys can come into and just learn, and I'm not saying I'm the best trader out there, because I have a lot of learning to do myself. I just started trading altcoins probably maybe 5 or 6 months ago, and before that I was strictly trading on GDAX using just Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, and then I actually got into shorting. And then for those of you who don't know my story, I was able to capitalize on the Ripple trade. That was the first altcoin I purchased. I got it at 50 cents, and I was able to put a good chunk of money into it and capitalize off the jump that it saw. And I reached out to someone that I still call a mentor to this day, and I said, what should I do? Should I hold or should I fold? And thankfully he told me to sell my position. I was able to take profits, and that's what really started my crypto career. And so far it's just been amazing. The people I've met within this community are amazing, and I know it's just going to keep getting better and better, and it's just a great thing to be a part of. Nick says it's just a part of the game. All good, baby. That's right, man. You got to get rest. You got to get sleep, man. And unfortunately, when you're sleeping, the market does not sleep. So let's take a look at at the chart. I mean, let's take a look at crypto slate, where we're standing at for the day. I know we just did take a look at it, but this, again, there's not much to look at. When BTC's taking a drop, the rest of the market is going to take a drop as well. You know, that's about it. So if we go over to TradingView here and we take a look at some of the projects that are in the green, let's try to figure out why, and let's see if we could capitalize on any of these. Now, with the market taking a dive, you know, I would be very cautious trading any type of altcoin. What I would do, and what I am doing, is I am, you know, I'm putting my positions into US in my my altcoin portfolios are in USD right now, and there's nothing wrong with that, because when Bitcoin is dropping and the price of Bitcoin is dropping, and you have your money backed up and saved in US dollars, that's not crazy volatile like this, your BTC value actually goes up. So it's a win-win. You're saving your funds, you're saving your hard-earned money, and you're also gaining BTC value. Now, all those people out there who say, oh, you jump into Tether after a 5%, you know what? I'm gaining BTC value, and I'm protecting my assets. I'm protecting my funds, because there's nothing worse than losing dollar amount and also losing, you know, BTC amount at the same time. Nick never sleeps. Nick, hey Brandon, I would have to agree with that, man. Nick is I mean, that kid is a beast, man. He does not sleep. Such a hard worker, man. Much love to you, Nick. Your hustle does not go unnoticed, and it's great talking to you every day, man. It's awesome. I think we stayed up until about 3 o'clock last night, just me and Nick. You know, just talking about everything, even besides the market. Just talking about, you know, where to put money once you do make money. You know, that's a video that I really want to make in the future, is what you would do with money if you actually did come across an investment where you were able to, you know, 100 times your investment. So say you put $1,000 into a project, and that project 100 times itself. What would you do with that money? You know, would you put it back in the market, or would you put it in something a little bit more sustainable, like real estate, or a small business that always has a use? You know, that's where I think long term, because, you know, at the end of the day, blockchain will be here forever. But will Bitcoin, will Ethereum, will EOS? You really don't know. I don't have those answers, and I don't think anybody in this room or anybody within the crypto community space has that answer. So for me, when I make an investment and I make gains on those investments, I like to put that money into more sustainable situations, to where I can let that money grow while I'm sleeping, right? And that's just the way I do it. And not saying, you know, it's meant for everybody, but, you know, buy real estate. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to, let's take a look. I'm sorry. Let's take a look at the XBT chart. I want to show you guys what we saw and how we were able to make profits. And we'll wrap this video up. This 7140 area with a slight bounce to the upside, and possibly before, you know, another leg up. So it's very evident, it's very obvious that we did drop out of this channel, but you have to act accordingly right now. When my computer comes in, it's definitely going to be a huge improvement. But listen, we're at what, almost 60 subscribers, guys. 60 subscribers in 9 to 10 days in a bear market, and we're getting tons of love, tons of feedback, and I couldn't appreciate you guys coming. It means a lot. It means a lot that this community is growing in a bear market. Hey Limber, what's up, man? How you doing? Limber was actually someone that I was speaking to earlier about margin trading and leverage trading. He had a question that he wanted answered, so he simply just jumped in the Discord. He talked to me a little bit about it, and I hope I answered his question to the best I could. But that's what this community is all about, and I want to just say this over and over, that I want you guys to reach out to me. You know, I want you guys to shoot me a DM on Twitter, or or throw a comment down in the comment section and let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, I don't care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, my phone goes off and I will answer any question that you guys have. I definitely truly mean that, and I want to be there for you new investors, because it's very important to keep this community strong. But that's all I got. I wanted to come on here, thank you guys. You know, again, we're almost up to 60 subscribers in such a short amount of time in a bear market. It means a lot to me. I wanted to come out and just say thank you. The Twitter is also blowing up. We're almost at 300 subscribers, 300 followers over there. That's something that we also just started, you know, and the love and the support that I'm getting truly means a lot. If you guys have any questions, got this far despite that. Yeah, we got this far with a laggy computer. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them out. I'll take a look. If not, we will, let's all meet in the Discord. Oh, that was another thing too, guys. I believe the EOS blockchain has officially launched. Let's take a look at that. The 5th largest cryptocurrency, EOS blockchain, set to launch. So guys, yeah, it is officially launched. I hope we start seeing great things. All right, let's see. Do I rewind for BTCTA? Yeah, we went over that in the beginning. Rewind. I'll go over it real quick for you, man. I do expect to visit the 7150 area. With maybe a little bit of consolidation before that. We might see some consolidation with a possible extra bear flag and then a bounce down, but it is a definite situation where you could possibly put in a long at this 7150 with a very tight stop loss, and not too tight, because this could wick down pretty far before it jumps up, or we could bust right through it, guys. You know, nobody's buying right now, and like I've said from day one, in order to really see a reversal, we need to see new money come into the market, and I just don't think that's going to happen until there's really attractive prices to the big time and even the average investor. But let's do a review on BTC, and we called it right on Twitter and in the live stream this morning that something major was going to end up happening, because what happens is when you get a support that is aligned with the 55 and 15 EMA, and it's coming to like a situation where it's getting crammed together, it's kind of like stuffing, you know, it's kind of like squeezing a toothpaste, a bottle of toothpaste with the cap on, and just squeezing it and squeezing it and squeezing it until it finally just pops off. And that's exactly what happens in situations like this, when it gets so tight to where it has really nowhere else to go. But because, guys, when we do break through a support, we usually break through strong. And when we usually do bounce out of a resistance, we usually bounce out pretty strong, at least 3 to 4%, I would say at least. And that's exactly what happened. We saw a 5% drop, and I was able to capitalize on a short. I tethered my positions right around here. I was able to gain BTC value in my portfolio, and also, you know, make some pretty good money on the short. But that's about it, guys. Listen, it's what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. There's not many viewers. I can tell that I'm lagging pretty bad. My computer is getting put together as we speak. Well, not as we speak. It will be getting put together this week. But by this week sometime, probably towards the end of the week, I will have my new computer up and running, and I will also be using another, a different software to where we can do a lot of different things and bring people on the show. and that's where I'm going with it. Also, guys, we have some huge news coming out. We are starting a podcast. That is all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to go too much in depth about what it's going to be about, what it's going to entail, but we are starting a podcast. We're just getting the studio put together right now, and we have a lot of work to do on that side, so I wouldn't expect it to come out for another month or two, but in the meantime, I just want to continue building this, this community and this group, and hopefully by then we have, hopefully we just keep going the way we're going now, because right now it's just great. We're having fun, and I truly appreciate all the support, and I hope you guys have a good night. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to hit me up on any one of my social media platforms. And, happy trading to all, and to all a good night. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord. Jump into the Discord, guys. Dynamic Trading. If you guys need an invite, throw me a message on Twitter or in the comment section, and I will send you over an invite. It is an open platform for anybody to join. So if you want that link, just reach out, or we can have Paps throw it in the down below there. So guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.